Italy is to become the first country in the world to make climate change lessons compulsory for school children. Lorenzo Fioramonti, the education minister, says all state schools will devote almost 1 hour a week to climate change issues from the start of the next academic year. Traditional subjects such as geography, maths and physics will also be studied from the perspective of sustainable development. Melanie Harwood is with eduCateGlobal.org, which has been developing a climate change module for teachers. She told me how it all began.
A year ago, I approached the United Nations Climate Change Learn Partnership, so it's a UNITAR, and I said that I had an idea to deliver a cross-curricular climate curriculum. But we knew that you have to first upskill teachers. So we created the Climate Change Teacher course by eduCCate Global and accredited by the UN, by UNCC Learn. We launched it here in the United Kingdom. We thought that it might just be something that teachers would be interested in here in the UK, and it has gone global. What happened with Italy is that we were approached by a group of teachers, a small group of teachers. One very interesting chap called Angelo Gagliani is a teacher over there, and he said, can we have this course here for our teachers? And they translated the course into Italian within 2 weeks. Within 3 weeks, there were 3,700 schools with an eduCCate Global climate change teacher. So it just happened. Just one of those things.
And now it's been absorbed into the national curriculum in Italy.
It hasn't been absorbed into the national curriculum yet. It's been mooted. Angelo is having meetings with the ministers of education. What they've asked for is almost like an eduCCate Global platform on their equivalent of their Department for Education website, so that every teacher in Italy can have this UN accreditation eduCCate Global climate change teacher, and the teachers can then create their own lessons and deliver that to their pupils. It's 33 hours a year that they've committed to.
So Italy first, are you sensing that other countries might follow suit?
It started here in the UK. We thought, well, we'll have one climate change teacher in every school. What was very interesting was we had a head teacher in Dubai, a lady called Asha Alexander. She created a template where every single teacher in her school is a climate change teacher, the first school in the world. So we are being approached almost on a minute-by-minute basis daily. We are receiving calls from councils, regions, countries saying, we want what she's done there.
But just give me an example, for instance.
Yes.
In Italy, they are also intending that the teaching of maths, physics will be shaped by notions of sustainability. How do you go about that?
Of course. It's very simple. You're not changing the curriculum. You're still teaching. So, for example, you're teaching about GCSE maths, percentages and ratios. Here's an example. You're still going to be giving that same lesson, but what you're doing is you're teaching children about diminishing land mass in Bangladesh using percentages and ratios. You're getting children in developed countries and throughout the world, even in developing countries, to start thinking, how is climate change shaping our world? And they're using those maths, STEM, science, history, geography, every single lesson to start thinking about it. Climate change is a generational issue. And children see older generations dragging their heels, despite the science being very clear about what is happening. So this problem has been caused by those individuals that are older than them. But children realize they've got far more to lose than us adults. And they're making, they're deciding they want to learn more. They're demanding more. They've been having school strikes. And we call this beyond the strikes, beyond the protests, doing something about it.
That was Melanie Harwood of eduCateGlobal.org. Now, she's the biggest name in women's sport. Megan Rapinoe captained the US women's soccer team to victory at this summer's World Cup, picking up awards for best player and top goal scorer along the way. She was then celebrated by FIFA.